Good afternoon, everybody. I'm very excited to be presenting the first ever Under-15s Super League match. We're here at Action Indoor Sports Birmingham. I'm yet to be joined by Anish. I'm sure he's around somewhere. He's going to be joining me soon, as well as Dave Brown. And we've got the first game here: the Lions versus the Hurricanes. The Hurricanes are fielding first, and the Lions will be batting first. So just while we wait for the umpire to get us going, we've had two good games this morning with the under-13s. The Vipers, I believe, won the first, and testing my memory now, the other game went down to the last ball, with the Hurricanes coming away with the win. So it's going to be Eamon Crosley and Zach Healy opening the batting. Names have just come up. No. Eamon is a Derbyshire Countyshire player, and Zach plays for Buckinghamshire. Strong pair to start with. Just a quick update on the other court. We have the Warriors batting first against the Vipers, and they are 29 for 0 off of 3 overs. The kid's just got here, so I'm not sure if he'll play now. I'd rather the kid play, to be fair. Yeah. He's got enough games to play. He'll be tired when it's on. What's going on with the names? Where's Anish as well? Can you tell him to come in with a commentary? Yeah, it is. And Dave. He's supposed to be helping me out. Can you get Anish and Dave and tell them to come do commentary?
So this is what you're doing.
Yeah. So it's going to be Yusuf bin Naeem, a Derbyshire player, county age group, plays at under 14s this year and probably under 15s as well. He'll be opening the bowling. Okay, looks like we're all set to go. Ollie, have you got a new ball? Swap it then. The umpire has it.
Can I take his chair?
Yeah. He's not even give them that ball yet. They've not had a new ball. Just play the whole skin of the ball. Doesn't give them a new ball. In comes Yusuf, full outside off stump. Zach plays and misses. It's a good start for the Hurricanes, a dot ball. Can you just check that the court too have got a brand new ball as well? Can you go and ask if they're using a brand new ball? No, ask the players. Have a look at it. You should know. You should be able to see if it's a brand new ball. Please, if you don't mind. Just like a Fanta. Just get a look at it. That's cherry. That's well bowled. Just beats the off stump. Not moving his feet early on in his innings, Zach. He's a strong batter who made it into the South Africa squad for under 13s last time and then had to move over here for parents' work, which can happen. They're going to run and they get through. So with 2 balls left, we got 3 on the board. It's a good start from the Hurricanes. In swing from Yusuf and he gets it into the 2 net nicely. Final ball's come, 5 the score, still no sign of Anish. Late again. It's a chance, but not taken, they get away for 2. So 7 off the first, pretty good start for everyone. Spence, I think you've stole a seat. So Harris coming on to bowl, he's just kept in the first over, demonstrating his all-round ability. He bowls leg spin, I believe. So he's going to be turning the ball back in towards Zach.
Great, thank you.
Then he comes. It's a touch short. Skids through a little bit with the new ball, as we often see with spinners. Here they are. Finally, they've turned up. Dave, welcome.
Thanks, Kieran. Sorry about the delay.
So we've got Zach and Eamon batting here. We've got Zach obviously been on our EPP programme for the last year. Eamon is a bit newer to indoor. He's a Derbyshire county opening batsman. And Harris is bowling here. Harris Ajaz is a good leg spinner and a good keeper as well. So just sliding down leg side there. Not really getting the turn with the new ball. It's interesting to see how the kids adapt to using the new ball. They've not used a brand new ball before. Did you see anything in the 13s that was new for them?
Yeah, there was a bit of movement. I think some of them struggled to control it. But the thing with this ball, what I've noticed, it keeps its...
Chance and caught.
Well done.
Yeah, it does.
Keeps its condition really, really well. So even in the 16th over, the ball's pretty shiny, and I think they've got to get used to that.
Yeah, I was talking to a couple of the parents about it. They were saying it's interesting how few balls were driven to the back net or whacked to the back net, because you can't get away with it as well.
9:15's manager.
It's nice to see Ollie Flindle there at the back chirping as usual.
Bit more hair. He's gone for the 90s boy band look, I think. Harris just taking a wicket then. Comes in, touch short, driven away nicely off the back foot from Eamon. Eamon's a player I've been working with at the under 13 North Centre for Derbyshire. He's a strong batter and a very canny bowler. I look forward to seeing him later. Yesterday he was bowling back of the hand slower balls as we did some death bowling practice. I said to him, I think they'll work it indoor as well with a bit of extra bounce.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And just looking across the courts again, just great to see the kits and just this competition as a whole. Really, it's so exciting, and it gives the players an opportunity to really express themselves at a better standard than what they've been used to, maybe.
Yeah, there's a real opportunity. Oh, fantastic bit of fielding on the other court. There's a real opportunity for them to take the game seriously, which obviously is enjoyable in itself. I thought with the 13s, we had one game going on to the last over. The game on court 1 went into the last pair. It was live until maybe with an over to go. So you see them from the younger players, they really do take this game seriously. So Thomas still coming to bowl. He's a Worcestershire County player. I think he's the captain. And we're finally joined by Anish in his fetching Under Armour top. It is nice. Tom Astle comes into bowl, full and straight, lands the Yorker first up, and a dot ball. Anish, how did you enjoy the first games?
I did enjoy them a lot, actually. The balance of the sides again, thanks to you, it was perfect. I think there was no team that was really out of the game. And I think that'll be consistent looking at it throughout the whole tournament, that the games will be close.
Yeah, and so another thing that helps, certainly also with the youngest, is the availability is absolutely incredible. There's much more consistent availability than any of the other age groups. Full and straight again, driven and easily through.
And what's been really good as well is the noise. Just from the very start with these guys.
Just from Jimmy Fry.
Yeah, Jimmy Fry, to be fair. Got a good appeal on him. Good set of lungs.
It helps when you're stumping people every other ball. Tom getting a good bit of pace there and a bit of bounce.
Yeah, Tom's got a bit of height, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Which he's using really well. Zach's a good player. We know has played the game in South Africa previously. So he's bowling really well to him.
What is it about the Worcestershire lads? They're always tall. Ollie, tall.
The water.
Ollie Green, though.
Yeah, he's an exception to the rule. But I think they're actually more from, he's black country, the way he speaks.
Okay, so it's a bit different.
Yeah.
So Tom comes in again, full, swinging away. Yeah, something Anish we're just quickly talking about. This is the first time the kids will have used brand new balls on both courts and in the 13s and 15s, so struggling to control the swing a little bit, but actually creating a better game because it's not as easy to just smash it to the back. The ball doesn't just sit up to be hit. We've all just stopped and looked as Ollie Kellogg has forehand smashed it back and ran someone out on the other court.
By the way, that's from main to top stumps, not just like at the back.
Whole distance.
He's literally fielding at main, the ball's come down, and he slapped it all the way to top stumps above the stumps. It's left us all a bit gobsmacked there.
Yeah, Ollie's a fantastic prospect at Maine. I know me and Kieran purr about some of the things he actually does, and he uses his height really well. I just can't believe he's just done that.
It was
incredible.
That was brazier-like to even think to try it.
I've never seen anyone.
I think Nell would have picked it up and thrown it at a million miles an hour.
Everyone would have picked it up and thrown it. But, he's finding his own way.
It was off the net as well.
Yeah.
The guy's down and up to it.
Remarkable.
Okay, so
right, back to this.
2 scored by Zach. Yeah, just going. Sorry, Luca coming onto bowl. So he's quite new to the game from Lancashire. So we've got a couple of Lancashire lads playing in this tournament, and a couple who played earlier as well in the 13s. It was really good to see them come and play at the national competition, and they've already confirmed to me they are very interested in playing next year as well. So growing the game around the country, playing in some different areas. I'm obviously very happy to see that. I'm sure you guys are too. 18 with 4 balls left. Everybody happy as a batting team? Or?
Yeah, like I said, it's new balls are different to them. So 20, 25 a pair's perfect. Another extra there. One thing I want to mention just quickly, been very impressed with the manner in which Chris Mosley has umpired.
Yeah.
And it's not very easy when you come in to do the junior games.
He was really good, wasn't he? Understanding of them being a little bit slower. Understanding of them needing to take a bit more time to make their decisions, and warning people for silly things like over and around the wicket. He warned people they don't know the rules perfectly well yet. Some of them are 10 years old. That was nice to see. Very good of him. So Luca comes in again. It's wide off the track. A good decision from Eamon to leave it. 2 for him. Sheedy's just turned up. He's here. He's going to help me out with the Warriors a little bit later. And a little bit of a stint on commentary as well when Anish goes. That's nicely clipped from Eamon. Can he get in? 2 scored.
Tight decision there.
Yeah, tight decision. Harris with the field in there. It's a real strength of Eamon's actually on his legs. I've been looking at his batting over the last few weeks, and he sort of holds the bat quite bottom-handed.
Yeah.
Obviously that gives him access through the leg side. Luca in again. Big shot. Well fielded at the back from Ollie. That's impressive. His hair didn't get in his eyes.
That's a good start actually. Zach on 19 there. Like you mentioned earlier, Kieran, Zach's one of our stronger players at the 15s level. Previously played in South Africa. I think he was actually due to go to New Zealand with the South Africa squad.
Well, he was selected into the extended squad, yeah. We don't know whether he would have got to the 12, is what my understanding of it is. But yeah, judging from what I've seen him, I think he would have been pretty close, wouldn't he? So
yeah, and a team that went on to win it, of course, at that age group. So that was really good.
Not bitter at all.
So, just as we come on to court one, for me, the person that, no pressure, don't want to commentators curse him. For me, the best player of this tournament should be this lad coming to bowl now.
Yeah. He's been bowling at Warwickshire first team players.
Yeah.
And he's 13.
He's got an incredible googly, consistent leg spinner. And like you said, been bowling at the Warwickshire first team recently. But
here comes first ball on a length. Nicely played.
Yeah, I think the thing with Tazim Ali is it's his control, and he seems to have that ball on a shoestring.
Yeah.
And I've mentioned this previously that he played for me in a Masters tournament, and two really experienced Masters players, Greg Noonan and Grant Recce, both come off the court and just were amazed. Yeah, just they just couldn't. One, they couldn't pick him, and they couldn't believe the amount of control he had.
Bold.
Nicely clipped from Charlie. So we've got two Derbyshire batters again here with the bat. We've got Charlie Murphin and Harry Moore. Charlie, again, another player I've been coaching recently in the Tip Shelf Centre. He's beaten by a very good leg spinner. He did the right thing coming down, trying to get back on ball, but when the ball is spinning that much, that's very difficult.
I think another thing which is the pace as well. The pace
that he bowls. He's not a slow spinner.
He's not loopy, no. There's good revs on the ball.
And then at the other end we've got Harry Moore, who is an EPP player at Derbyshire. Plays not only one age group up, but is set to play two age groups up this year. He's physically, obviously, very mature for his age, but a good all-rounder with bat and a good seam bowler. But Tazim here with it on a string, extra bounce from the new ball as well. This is as hard a challenge as Charlie is going to face in indoor cricket, I would imagine.
I tell you, if you look at his face, and you guys won't be able to see it on the camera, obviously, but just the confidence. You can see, at the top of his mark.
It's not arrogance either
at
all.
Arrogance.
He just knows where the ball's going to go.
You're lucky if you get a word out of him.
It's remarkable for a 14-year-old.
Yeah, it's true. 13, The other remarkable thing is he can bat. Like, he actually can bat. We'll see that later, but yeah. So here we go again. Charlie got to deal with the challenge here. It's a good length. Charlie uses the crease there a little bit nicer to let it bounce and play.
So here's a question for Anish. Anish recognised as one of our best batsmen in the country. How would you play Tazim?
Hopefully better than he played Luke Holman.
Yeah, hopefully a lot better than that. But to be honest, like I said, if you can't pick it, that's an issue to start with. I've not faced Tazim, but I would hope that these youngsters would need to pick it first which way it's going, because the googly does go big. But I would personally be looking to play him initially on the back foot.
Yeah.
Look to get deep in my crease, give myself the time to put it in the roof.
We saw it a little bit early, didn't we, with Sammy as well. Sammy Southall is he's a leg spinner. I think he's only like 10, but he returns the ball such a long way, and kids come forward at him a lot and actually struggle to deal with the bounce and the turn, and perhaps going back foot would be a stronger option.
The 13s, they're all a bit slower, so definitely recommend playing off the back foot regardless of what happens in that one. Taz has actually bowls with quite a good pace, so a bit tougher. But a saying that I used last week: if you can't pick it, kick it.
Okay, so
should we coach him that?
No, we can do better than that. So Cameron coming on to bowl. Cameron Tamber, another player in the Derbyshire pathway. He's fairly new to indoor. He started playing in September, but he's played a lot in the last few weeks. Harry gets him away nicely, I think, for one.
Yeah, I think Cameron's another one of those sort of a little bit of a success story in the sense that he's really transferring his skills into the indoor game. He's took to it very, very quickly, and he seems to enjoy it as well.
Yeah, they often do.
Tall lads.
Yeah, he's a good athlete. It's a good bit of fielding, not given.
So guys, just while we're here, always important to name these guys, but the Junior Super League sponsors, team sponsors, we have the Willow Sports Centre in Derby, we have British Sugar, we have ERF, Chevin Homes, Northern Star, Warpath Sports, and the two charities, which is Opening Up and Let's Feed Brum. So thank you very much to all of those guys. If you're listening, your support is absolutely crucial for this sport, and to be able to provide these juniors with their kit, thank you so much for all the support.
Little quick thing on the 2 charities, Anish. Let's Feed Brum. You got some information for? Oh, good shot, Charlie. Any information for us that we can?
Yeah, I mean, they're a charity based obviously in Birmingham, and in the name. But they're basically about providing food for the homeless people, providing them with shelter and food, and
anyone looking to get more involved, I imagine, go to the website and have a
I'll just
quick
tell you
look.
what that is. Give me 1 second.
And then opening up cricket mental health website. I know that they do a lot of good work with professional cricketers. There's obviously issues around mental health in professional cricket with the pressures of first class cricket and especially international cricket. So yeah, they've been really great to let us try and help them out, and been great as a supporter of indoor cricket as well, because indoor cricket's a game where there's a lot of mental pressure, and I think there's a really nice link there for us.
Yeah, and that's the website for you guys for the Let's Feed Brum is literally letsfeedbrum.com. And they don't only provide food and drink and supplies for those living on the streets, but they also provide friendship and people to talk to. So brilliant work that they do and opening up do. So please get behind our charities.
On Twitter, I know I follow them on Twitter. I'm sure some of our listeners probably do as well. So 7 off the pair so far. Harry and Charlie have definitely adapted pretty well so far. They've started picking the gaps a little bit more consistently now. Harris coming back on. Interesting, they've gone Tazim, then Asima, who's been a bit more expensive, so gone back to spin here.
Yeah, who's the captain of the Hurricane side?
Tazim, I think.
Taz is the captain, so thought about that then, which is quite good to see.
Yeah, I thought with the captain's picks, obviously Tazim's played a lot of cricket, indoor cricket. A lot of it at a good standard as well. He plays men's, doesn't he?
He'll turn out for the Ace Green sort of development side. So it's a mixture of local players who are here all the time and support the youngsters, and it's exposed in some really a better standard, shall we say, than just playing at youth level.
Yeah, that's a good shot from
Charlie. I like the fact that the Ace is carried on now. It's just kind of caught on as an Ace. AICE. It's good. A lot of time for that.
Yeah, good feet there from Charlie, just doing Dave's drill. Feet got in the right position, and then the pull shot down, that becomes very easy when you get your feet in the right place.
Yeah, it's nice when you see things like that, and that they're obviously taking on these skills. One of the things that impressed me actually with the 13s earlier was the calmness with some of the run-outs. There was no sort of frantic throw-in. We're getting them into that thing of making the umpire make a decision.
Yeah. Really, really well played there. So he just looked to go back.
Yeah,
it was still quite a reasonably full ball, but
he's used the crease, hasn't he?
Yeah, used the crease really well. Harris with the mouth guard in while bowling.
Yeah, he's been keeping, so I think he's got used to wearing it from that. And then he's a good player. He's a really nice guy as well, very polite. Really enjoy every time I've seen him at competitions. He comes up, makes a beeline for me to handshake and go from there. So 2 overs done, 9 off of his 2 overs for Harris. Not a bad return.
Yeah, it's a good start. I just wanted to ask Anish as well. Anish, you've had a really good series against Sri Lanka, and a game in the Super League. I think you were MVP. You recognised. So I get that in for you. I said it, you didn't. Recognised as a very strong batsman and good all-round fielder, but one of the things that's sort of I've noticed is the amount of wickets you're getting with your bowling. So I know a lot of the younger players will be sort of watching this back. Have you done anything, or what's changed to sort of get those results that you've got?
Bit fitter.
Yeah, a bit fitter. In all honesty, Dave,
not a lot, a bit.
As most people know if they speak to me, I don't consider myself a good bowler. That's I don't bowl outdoors. I never have bowled outdoors. It's not something that I enjoy or want to do. Obviously the indoor game means you have to bowl, and I've just found that for me what's worked is what I can do is control my line. I don't do amazing things with the ball in terms of swing it or cutters and things like that.
Big shot.
I found that my strength is if I got a plan, I can generally bowl to that plan or bowl to that field, and to be honest, it helps having good fielders. Naturally in this game, if you've got good fielders, you'll do well. And I've just tried to bowl to a field and it's worked. So for me, there's players like Nav Patel, Neil Patel with boxing ball spin, Jaden with his spin, Ben Scott with a bit of extra pace with the left arm angle as well, Aaron Watson there's far better bowlers out there with a lot more skill and a lot more.
Tazim.
Tazim under 15s. They just, maybe the fielding hasn't quite worked for them or whatnot. But for me, I just try to keep
another
it
good shot,
and rely on my teammates to do it for me.
Yeah.
Just back to the game. So Sam bowling now. He's bowling very full. He's swinging the ball. Yes, thank you, Anish. He's swinging the ball back in, but batsmen are doing really well to drive to the back here. When the opportunity comes, they're taking the chance. That's a nice strong clip as well.
What they're doing really well here is just manipulating the ball to the sides well, and again it's outcomes, and we obviously we speak about this, Kieran, about having the outcomes, getting the ball into the sides.
Well fielded, Ollie. You can't see it on the stream, but that's a fantastic stop at the back.
Yeah.
Was it spin?
Yeah, you're right.
Bit of mystery, man.
Sam in again. Almost bowls off the wrong foot, doesn't he?
Yeah, almost Finley Moore like action that.
Yeah.
I keep getting a bit excited because I keep seeing more on the other pitch, 22, but it's not the Finley Moore, unfortunately.
No, it's someone who can actually field at main.
Yeah, I think
what we've seen, that incredible slap.
Yeah.
I think there's a few Browns out there as well.
There are, yeah. There are. So 62, 34 there. The two lads they play for Shipley in the Derby League, and they play for Shipley at National League as well.
They play a lot of indoor, don't
Shipley
they, those boys?
plays so much. Harry plays for Clifton as well, so he plays for two teams in the Derby League, playing usually twice a night. They obviously play a lot, and I think we saw that there.
Fantastic start from the Lions, 62.
Really
I think at this point, they'll be extremely happy. I can see Coach Matt Murphy just walking up the line, smile on his face.
He's happy, isn't he,
Matt? He's happy. Yeah, he's happy.
So I just going to throw it out here. I expect scores at the 15s to be higher than the 13s. I think knowing the players that have been selected, I think batting is actually pretty strong. I think fielding would probably be the area that I would say is lower down the pecking order at the minute for them, and that usually means we get higher scores. So Ollie comes in now, Ollie Flindle to Lawrence Burton.
So Ollie was a member of the 2018 New Zealand Junior World Series 13 side.
Pre-90s boy band haircut.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Not going to talk about that. But what since he's come back, what have you seen from him? What's been happening with Ollie?
Yeah, so he's grown for starters. Not huge amounts, but he has grown. Just get his attention again. So he had a fantastic outdoor season for starters. He's been selected onto the EPP for Derbyshire. We didn't get see quite as much of him as we were hoping through training. He's a very busy kid. He's got a lot going on. I think he's at Repton now as well, so he's working with Chris Reed for his cricket, which is not exactly something most of us would be upset about. A pretty useful guy, and he's done a lot of work on his bowling. He's had some issues with his back, which kept him out of training as well. We know he'll bat well. He's a strong, sensible batter, especially under pressure on the big stage. But his bowling, he's done a lot of work on his bowling to try and be a little bit more efficient with his action. So
still a little bit of fire in him as well. That's the one thing I remember from New Zealand. He had a bit of fire about
pressure
him.
And under pressure he did well, and also he bowled cutters in. I'd never seen before, didn't he? He just rolled up and started bowling cutters and stuff, and it was really impressive. So the batters we're looking at here, we've got Lawrence just coming on to strike, and Hugo. So Hugo Taylor-Jones. We've got two leg spinners. Lawrence is at Nottinghamshire. Hugo has been with Derbyshire. Hugo's a really dangerous leg spinner. He'll turn it square. Lawrence is a good all-rounder. He's been on our EP pathway. Fields well at the front. He does play with Sheedy at Kirkby on a Sunday. He's a good player. So we've got a couple of guys watching. Darsh is watching, who's I think sat down to our left watching it with Spencer. They are real badgers, and that's coming from me.
I've just seen Spencer Sutton,
Harriet as well, come on the Lions. She's got a lot of her Shipley teammates playing in the Lions, and Harriet's going to be playing in a under-21s tournament that's coming up with the girls. Dave, you're going to be involved in that. Are you looking forward to it? 21 tournament with the girls.
Harriet's a regular viewer as well. I think she commented with the men's last week.
Yeah, she's another badger.
Hello, Harriet.
Yeah, it should be good. That's next Saturday, isn't it?
To be fair, Harriet's a jet as well. She's probably 14 years old, and she will score runs in that tournament. I'll put money on it. Not that I bet on children's sporting events.
It's nice to see Yusuf as well playing. He's a very strong player at outdoor. I know.
That's well fielded.
thought very highly of at Derbyshire, so it's nice that he's getting involved in the indoor game as well.
Yeah, he's really enjoying it from what I hear. He plays a lot for other teams when he's not even playing with friends, which is nice. Just showing there though that new to indoor often means they rush the fielding. I think you'd have seen if some of the stronger 13s fielding there, they wouldn't have thrown so hard. They'd have just get it back.
Yeah, make the umpire make a decision. Yeah, that was a key part of the 13s earlier this morning.
Yeah, we've got Sam coming in again, so a little bit off the wrong foot, big swing inside. So that's a good plan for him, isn't it? Anish, you're talking about your plans, not particularly quick, but bowling into the knee.
Backwards.
yeah, so slow you ball backwards. It's a good plan for Sam just to angle it in.
You can see that line is similar, and it's, by the looks of it, that's the fielder there is quite sharp. So as long as it bowls to the right fielders, get them in the right, and get your best fielders in the right places. Yeah. No reason why I can't.
Something
get
I think the Hurricanes, at 17s, that they knew Matt is their best fielder, and so many of their bowlers just bowled at leg stump and just went, go on then, hit it at Matt.
Yeah, and it's just that bit of smartness, isn't it? That bit of cricket smart, that if you have got someone who's exceptional fielder, then you've got to get them in the game.
Yeah.
It's Vipers men's, Liam Brazier. Yeah. You've got to get these people in the game.
Yeah. So a little less noise. I think we're at the age, this age group, where they don't necessarily make noise if they don't know each other. They get into that awkward teenager age. We found the 17s were a bit similar, although by week 3 had become a little bit louder.
I'm just enjoying on the other court watching the Henry.
Yeah, Henry
left
Porter.
arm quick from Leicestershire, Billiston club. Yeah, Finley Moore's club, Billiston. Yeah. But bowling with a bit of pace and following right through down to the underarm line.
Yeah.
Just letting the batsman know.
Yeah.
Enjoy that.
That's a lovely shot from Lawrence. He's used his feet. He's got across nicely. Really, really nice. I think no ball as well was that. So 4 scored in the end. Played straight. Oh, he's missed. He's got a smile on his face, but I bet he's not happy. It's a good thing Andy's not here. Andy would have been.
Is he gone? I did see him earlier.
I've not seen him.
My roommate from New Zealand.
Yeah. No, I've not seen him.
So Tobias is batting over on the other court. Do we know if he's fit to bowl, Kieran?
Sacha, yeah. Sacha, yeah. Tobias Tosh. I believe so. He's had a lot of problems with his back. He's grown a lot. But he's almost too quick for his body at the minute. I'm not sure. I expect him to bowl today.
I'm looking forward to seeing him if he's close to being fit and bowling.
There's a chance, but it's gone up, down rather than down, up. So 12 for Tom, Worcestershire County all-rounder. I'm sure he was captain. I'm sure someone told me he was captain. I was going to make some notes on all the players for us, like at Sky, but I've not had time this week at all to do it. So maybe
have you been
next
busy,
week.
Kieran?
Oh, very
Tell us
busy,
a bit about it, Kieran.
Very, very busy.
Tell us a bit about your week.
Well,
a week in the life of Cook.
There's a lot of cricket. Like, let's just throw that out. There's a lot of cricket to do. Organising teams for today, for Saturday. Helping organise the teams for 13s, 15s. We've had a bit of an issue with the kit. Been all around the place with a bit of help from Helen and Alison and getting some kit from all over the place. Tazim back onto bowl. Do you want to go back to Tazim? Let's get back to the cricket, shall we?
I was enjoying that, thank you, Kieran, actually.
Yeah, there's a lot of cricket. There's a lot of text.
What about your actual job? You got time for that?
Yeah, I do my actual job. Lecturer at Derby Uni. I've submitted a PhD proposal in indoor cricket.
Nice.
Tazim comes in. Bit more air.
Oh, nice. There
that's
we go.
Beautiful.
There
Is it bowling?
We go. I think it was a googly.
Yeah,
I can't pick anything, but I think it was.
The line, on the line, I would pick that as a googly. It was off stumpish.
Incredible.
He's dangerous, isn't he?
Yeah. But what's really interesting, I think I mentioned it earlier, he doesn't hardly say a word.
No.
He doesn't need to, does he, the way he plays the game? So.
No, you don't. That was a nut. They'll need a few more of them, I think.
So
there's a leggy.
Interestingly, guys, I think it's important to talk about these things and about the taboo of indoor cricket. Tazim Ali was actually involved pre-2018, playing the game.
Yeah, so I saw him.
Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, I saw him in the Nationals as he comes in again. Every ball's an event with Tazim. That's a good Google. It's nearly cut Lawrence in two. He played at the under 13. Was it under 13? We did it under 13 tournament, which my team won. Just throwing it out there.
Long Eaton
won. Yeah. Good shot, good feet, and he played for Attock, I think.
Yep, that's right. Attock Cricket Club in Birmingham.
He played for them at under 13. He played for them at under 15, and he played for them at under 17, and he was 10. And at under 17, he still bowled well.
That's perfect.
Yeah, another dot. Minus 1, 2 wickets. So fantastic effort from him. His batting was not as strong as it is now, but obviously when you're 10 years old playing in under 15, under 17, under 13 cricket, you wouldn't expect it to be. But he was a fantastic player, and I've spoke to his dad and said I was disappointed that we couldn't manage to get him to the training squads, and it was a bit new to the game and a little bit new to the whole thing about it. So yeah, he loves the game, he loves playing, and sees it as a great opportunity to develop his outdoor game on all-round skills.
As his dad walks past.
As he walks past, yeah. He's a good guy, isn't he?
Very nice guy.
Yeah, I thought he would have been a good player for us in the World Cup. I don't know if you'd seen him before.
No, I kind of hadn't, and it is unfortunate. But the important thing is he's here now, and he's very much
staying in the game, isn't he?
Yeah, part of the plans for the future, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
I know he's doing really well at Warwickshire, as we've mentioned, even bowling at the first team, which I'm not surprised by.
No.
And he's another that could probably pay up an age group or two in indoor. So
yeah, definitely. So Flindle back in.
Need some wickets here.
Yeah. I just think though that scores will be higher in the day. I think I'd put money on this that over the whole day they'll be higher.
I mean the Warriors Vipers of the game. The Warriors scored 115. Obviously the scoreboard's the wrong way round. Don't think umpire Roy has quite woken up yet, but
no, he's a very
what's amazed me,
man.
He's been playing in the men's tournament and he hasn't worked out the kits to see which team was batting.
Is that true?
He's put the Vipers as batted
first.
But it happens.
Oh, they're running. Can't change the scoreboard now either. As in, like, you just lose all the players' names.
What? Oh dear.
One for Kieran to sort out.
Kieran's not happy. I can see his face. Stats have just gone through.
Oh, we've got a nice comment for Tazim.
Through the roof.
For Ali, sorry. Annie Assad.
Annie Assad. Hello, Annie Assad. Keep
Hope
the comments coming. Thank you.
Hope you're enjoying his play. So Ollie comes in again. That's played nice and late, but it gets a chance. So we've got Sai batting here, who has been on the Buckinghamshire pathway with Zach. So he got into the game, but I think has moved to Northants now. We've got quite a few kids who come and play at Northants, 3 or 4. And he is batting with Sam, who's another. It's a powerful shot. We're batting with Sam, who is another Lancashire lad. Apologies, I think I said earlier, it was Sam Woolley and Sam Regan the wrong way around, and there's a lot of Sams.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah,
Kieran.
apologies if I get one wrong. So Ollie in again. That's his back of the handball, isn't it? So I swear I'd never seen him bowl that ball, and then we got to the World Cup against New Zealand, and they needed something like 20 to win, and he just rolled it out and got someone stumped or got a wicket with it. And I was thinking, who's got the kahunas to try that when they've never bowled it before?
Well, he's quite a confident lad, Ollie.
Yeah.
I like that about him.
Yeah, I do. It's well fielded.
And like Anish mentioned earlier, he's got that fire in his belly when he's playing. He wants to win.
Yeah, he deals with the third ball situation really well. For me, always under pressure, he deals with that really well. He's gone for 21, so he's been a bit expensive there. But I'm sure he'll catch it back up with the bat a little later.
So we've got Yusuf coming on to bowl next by the looks of it.
Yeah, Dave, you'll have seen Yusuf a little bit more than me in outdoor. Played last year with your son in the Aaron.
Yeah, so he plays Derbyshire, plays up an age group as well most of the time. Outstanding batsman, really is. Can bowl as well, obviously, with a bit of wobble on the seam. But yeah, he's another exciting prospect in the outdoor game. You've seen him score a few hundreds actually. He's very aggressive.
Yeah, I first saw him. I did under 10s and under 11s strength and conditioning for Derbyshire a few years ago, and he rocked up as he was an under 10 in the under 11s team, and he had a full-size men's bat as he comes into bowl, slides one down leg, Ball's good though, I think.
So, change in the commentary box, just to
there
inform
is.
everyone. We're going to be joined by the Northern Knight himself, Robert Sheed. Rob taking over myself. For those of you that want to be bored by cricket again, join me back at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, we'll see you for the next game. Got to disappear off on you for a bit.
Yes, I have, yeah.
Thank you, Anish.
No problem. Leave it with Rob.
Yeah, this full-size men's bat. And I thought there's no way he'll be able to wield that. And he just crashed it about. It was funny to watch.
When I speak to his dad at the Derbyshire games, Yusuf, Yusuf's the kind of character, if you woke him up at 3 o'clock in the morning and asked him if he wanted a cricket net, he'd be in his pads before he'd even got down the stairs. He just loves his cricket, and that shows in the way he plays and the results he gets.
It's a lovely shot from Sam there.
Good afternoon, gents. How are we doing?
Sheedy, it's really good to see you.
You enjoying the game so far?
It's not been a bad show, mate. Not been a bad show.
Batting
I
strong,
turned up a little bit late, mate. I'll be really honest. I was later than I wanted to be, but
well fielded.
We saved the best till last.
Yeah, absolutely, definitely.
Yeah, Sai there with. Oh, he's out. He's going to be given out.
I think his feet are over.
That, my friend, is out.
He's out.
But that's out.
He's
I don't think Mosley's given it.
No.
Oh,
he has given it. He's a good umpire, Mosley.
But it is out.
So he's stood with his feet out of the ground and he's left his bat. Yeah, he is new to the game, yeah.
Yeah, so he's been caught out cold there. He'll learn. He probably will never ever do that again. Well, he might do, but
I think he's just lifted his bat, hasn't he? He's trying to have his bat in and his feet out.
His feet were out and his bat was under.
Clever. Who did that at the back? Chance, but through. Yeah, he's been powerful with the bat side, but that's going to cost him obviously 5 runs to his score. Sam Woolley batting at the other end has been good at getting the ball into the gaps into the 2 net. Therefore, he's building his score nicely.
What's interesting as well, looking at the scores from the 13s first round earlier this morning, and then again, the scores look as though they're going to be high, and I kind of hope that continues, because in the men's, the scores of around 60 and 70 were winning games, weren't they? So it was a lot tight. Obviously, the fielding's a bit stronger, etc.
Fielding's a lot stronger, isn't it?
Yeah, so and I think kids are good at sticking to the plan, though. Like genuinely, I think kids are pretty good at sticking to. We're just going to hit 2s. I think they've learned that that's how you get really big scores.
That's how you build the score.
So wide.
So that's good for their learning. It's good the fact that they're learning how to build their scores up.
Yeah. So I think when
looking at it now, these have got 100 on the board.
Yeah,
that's pretty reasonable for a sort of 50 of junior age group game.
Yeah. You've got to go well, haven't you? And especially with the scoreboard pressure coming in for the second innings.
I mean, to be fair, the Hurricanes haven't really created very many chances. To be honest,
I don't think
they really?
I think
they've not been given the chances either.
I think what we'll see is the batting is going to be strong. The fielding, I don't think, will be quite there yet. There's a lot of new players to the game. Oh, good chance. And obviously there are some wides and no balls as well. This is an age group where you do start to specialise at outdoor cricket. So under 13s, they all have to bowl all the time. So I think you do get that. You start to lose that in this version. In this age, sorry. So
there's another one of those indisciplines. Look, there's been quite a number of front foot no balls in this game.
I think we're just going to see the batting will be.
And I've only been watching for half an hour.
It's your friend Mosley up there, Sheedy.
I know, yeah. His eyes aren't the best, are they?
Chance. They're also, as well, this age group particularly, that teenage, starting to get a little bit chilled out, starting to get a little bit more relaxed, whereas the 30s are everything at 1,000,000 miles an hour. And obviously men do things at quick speeds as well. So
men do things at quicker speeds, but generally, obviously, they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Well,
some of them.
Some of us do, anyway.
Especially when they're coached by Dave Brown.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, nice flick. Won the league, didn't you, Dave? Not that you've mentioned it yet.
No, and I won't.
I'll
you
out
mentioned
there for
it,
you.
I didn't. Yeah. No, it was good. It's not. It was just pleasing to see the brand that we won it, playing with discipline. But across the board, I know there was a few availability issues, and that we wanted to play against the best Lions teams, the best Hurricanes, and the best Warriors sides. Because if you play against the best, you want to test yourself. But overall, it's just that we were just consistent, and there was no great sort of key to it. It was just we played with discipline and we stuck to the plan really
the best fielding team.
To be honest, you guys probably had the best fielding team.
performance.
And also the fact that you could consistently put a good side out every single time.
Commitment
really helped you. Obviously, you deserved to win. In my opinion, you deserved to win it, big time. I thought you were the best side across the board.
Yeah.
So fully deserved for me.
Interesting here, just hearing Yusuf just giving a bit of encouragement for got to hit the gloves, lads. He's probably identified that so far they've gone for the stumps quite a lot and they've missed. The score then builds. Got to go for the gloves a little bit more, haven't they?
Yeah, one of the things we're trying to introduce, Kieran, as you know, is we bring the hoops to the sessions now. We're trying to get players to hit that area,
put it in the box.
In that box area, make the umpire make a decision.
Well fielded as well, kept it off the net.
Is that little Ollie Flindle?
Yeah, little Ollie. Yeah. Not your classic main fielder stature, is he?
No, but the commitment was there.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It'd be interesting to see which of these teams gels first. I'm not necessarily... That's huge out, though. I'm not necessarily sure that any of the under-15s will gel quickly, but whichever team does manage to gel will be in an advantage position.
To be honest, different personalities in each team, isn't it? It's not like walking into a men's sort of environment where everybody sort of mixes really
it's
nicely.
One of the things I've genuinely tried to do, as well as mixing on ability and on like what they do. So are they a spinner, are they a seamer? Everyone's got two keepers, etc. I've also tried to match the personalities because you need I don't want all the loud ones.
Yeah, you got to get the team to gel, haven't you? Otherwise, it's just going to be a nightmare.
I tried. We'll see how they go. When one team's absolutely fell out by week 3 and they're tearing at each other, I'll take it on the
week
chin.
3, you're being generous.
Yeah, true.
You can tell just picking up on the way Sai batted there. You can tell he's a strong outdoor player, and he's just got to probably adapt a little bit because it doesn't matter how hard he hits that ball front court, it's not going through the net.
No.
So just a little bit. Well, maybe we've seen a few things, haven't we?
That we've never seen
Ollie
before.
Green knows how to get through that net. He's like a magician.
There's one or two things
that
there.
Evans hit that went like 60 feet that way. That was odd.
But it's just about having that. Sometimes hitting it too hard.
It's disadvantage.
It's a disadvantage. It's just about popping it up into the springs where you can. But he certainly looks a very good player.
Yeah, so Lawrence Wilson bowling on the other court, you can't see it, but he's recently switched in similar vein to his brother, switched to spin. He's been having some sessions with Derbyshire. They've moved him up to working with some of the bowling groups. I think they do specialist bowling groups. He's been working with Kirby, Steve Kirby, getting a bit familiar there. And I think Peter Such has been doing a few sessions with him. He's obviously good, he's the England lead spin coach. So good to see Lawrence has sort of added that to his bow in a similar way to what Joe's done, actually.
Yeah, well, Joe really, it was kind of a masterstroke move for him to turn to spin, because now he's probably one of the most improved players at the next age group up, and it's worked really well for him. So obviously his brother's sort of seen what, especially in indoor. I think if you get it right as a spinner in indoor, it's very, very hard to, to score off. Unless you're someone like Ben Scott who can just run at everything, but it's just very hard, and you get good results with the turn and the bounce.
Certainly do. So we've got a few guys here who I'm looking forward to seeing bowl. Harry, very tall, quick bowler. We've got a few leggies in there as well. Zach with his left arm. I'm looking forward to watching have a bowl. So definitely some options with the ball, and obviously we'll see how they go with the bat. We've got an opportunity to see a big run chase here.
I find it interesting for me because I have absolutely no idea who all these players are. I only know the odd couple, so it's interesting for me because obviously I'm coming in blind to it. So, I know absolutely nothing about any of these players. So I know Lawrence, who's playing for the Lions, because he plays for our club on a Sunday. So I know what he does, and I know exactly what he does there.
Does he even getting a lot of love? Not surprised.
But like everybody else, I have no clue what they do, who they are, or anything. So it's quite refreshing to see all these kids and all these kids and all these parents here today. I'm really encouraged by indoor cricket in England at the moment. So
yeah, that's good. And me and Kieran speak about this a lot, about people like yourself, Sheedy, coming in and giving us a fresh perspective on some players, because sometimes you can go a bit stale in your thinking.
Yeah, and you can start to confirm things you've seen a few times, and then you sort of build a picture like with that confirmation bias. It's nice to see.
Yeah,
Harry coming in then, tall, good pace for a 13-year-old. He swung the first two away a little bit. We've got Zach at point, Sai, the tall lad at cover. We've got Hugo is on the leg side, so good strong front court again. Beats the outside edge of Luca from Lancashire, which obviously goes well. Don't know loads about him, saw him play at Willows. He batted nicely on the day, so let's see how he gets on opening up. But it's a different challenge with this new ball. Good bounce again. Unfortunately not.
This kid's got some wheels.
Yeah, he's quick for a 13-year-old. They love him at
it helps that he's insanely tall for his age as well.
He struggles with injuries from it a lot. That's his.
It's growing pains, isn't it? A lot of it's growing.
Yeah, he hits that hard length, doesn't he? So Eamon there with a nice bit of fielding. What we've seen already is Lions have had one chance to throw and one hit.
Yep.
That might be the difference if they are to go on and win a game. They've got to field well.
Well, we always speak about fielding, don't we, about how it can have such a massive impact.
Yeah, I'm obsessed with it.
And it puts pressure on you as a batsman, not only from obviously facing and dealing with the ball, but if you've got especially a front court in front of you, you look and you think, how am I going to get it through these, or
am I going to get it past him, and am I going to get it over it? You look at Nella for you.
Yeah.
How are you going to get that ball past Alex now?
Yeah.
It's a wall.
Go under him.
It's impossible. It's impossible.
Scott Sinnell bowling on the other court. Nobody recognised him.
No, he's changed, hasn't he?
Nobody recognised him. He came in. He went to New Zealand with us, and he's grown a lot, and did not recognise him.
Good player as well, very good player.
Yeah, none of us recognised him. New haircut. So another tall, quick bowler coming on to open up the innings. Got Harry will come to the back. A very good receiver. Sai, full and straight and bold.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's not a bad nut first up.
Yeah. Very good.
I do think there's going to be a real challenge for a lot of these players to deal with the new ball. I'm not sure the new ball is something they're used to doing, and especially the ones that haven't played much indoor, so they have to deal with the new ball as well.
Not at all. It's like a completely different task.
Yeah.
Completely different task.
It's interesting to use the word task, because it's definitely a constraints-based task. Massive no ball. Is it given? Not spotted. Almost an outdoor no ball.
It's not World Cup umpire Matt Wheatcroft though, is it? So
no, he's not World Cup umpire Matt Wheatcroft. Oh, it has been given. Has been given. I think because Jeno signalled it.
Maybe it is then.
There we go. Much better. Short. He is quick, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got good pace. I just wonder if he went through his action a bit more, he'd actually get quicker. I mean, we're in a good position from the side here. We can see that, but just if he went through his action,
he's trying to bounce off the back of the net to get a bit more of a run up, and all the 13s players are stood watching. They can't get. He can't watch. Yeah, I agree with you. It must be having Cook on the back of his shirt makes you a quick bowler. That's what it is.
Do you know anyone who's quick called Cook then?
Well, Alistair's rapid.
Oh, right, okay.
It's going to be a wide ball off the track.
Spelled slightly different.
It is spelled different, yeah. I've got a yard at indoor. At club level.
Backwards.
No, at club level. That's good
Club
bounce.
That's a great length.
Really difficult for new batsmen here to be able to deal with bounce, swing. They've been tested with Harry and Sai there first up.
Yeah, and I think some of them that we would hope going into the next World Cup would have the sort of that down-up pull in the locker. A lot of them haven't got it yet.
No, not there.
The good players will pick up that length really quickly, especially the Australians.
Yeah.
Whilst it's a good length here, one thing you'd have to be more, the Australians would be on that very quickly.
Yeah, they actually demonstrated last one. They were very good on the short ball, and actually spin they struggled with a lot more, didn't they?
Yeah.
Do you think for these two particularly batting now, do you think it's because they're using their outdoor bats?
I think there's a massive issue with it, kids using heavy bats anyway, whether it be outdoor, indoor, anywhere. That's a nice shot. Tom just showing his class there from with an over-pitch delivery off Zach. Another hard challenge here, by the way. Gone pace and bounce. Now left arm and swing from Zach. Yeah, I do think you're right, Sheedy. They use heavy bats.
It's a cutter, yeah. Very skillful bowler, Zach.
Yeah.
very skillful.
You see them. This is the age group as well. They go from like using like a size 6, and I understand why parents do it. They go from using like a size 6.
They're using the phrase of they'll grow into it.
To men's bat. And you can see why, when a bat costs £350, you know, Dave, you're a parent, like Chidi, I'm assuming not a parent, I'm not.
Definitely not a parent, but
you can
avid
see why
bat
people
buyer.
do it. Like if you're paying out £200 for a Harrow, and then a year later you might need a £350 bat, like to have a decent bat, you can see why
That's a good
they do
thing
it.
about the indoor bats, they're reasonably priced, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Again, was that the in-swinger from Zach?
Yeah, I think he's just tried to go big on that and should have just tucked it away. They've also swapped. Let's see if Mosley notices. He's got bolder, then swapped. That's a rule.
Yes, he's called him back.
It's
See,
a rule
World
from
Cup umpire
the
standards
side.
there for Mosley.
That's true. That's true. maybe he can get on the plane.
Yeah, let's get him over. England's delegate for the World Cup in Australia.
Sorry,
Chris
you've been
Mosley.
sacked.
I hope so.
No, it's
It'd be good fun, wouldn't it?
It's definitely something that there's a
Entertaining
problem.
games, mate.
I know there's a bat maker in Derbyshire, Paul Aldred, who will make you a bat and then rehandle it to help it stay in the same weight. To get the length right. And I think that's something that bat makers in general should probably be looking to do. How do we make bats more affordable for teenagers? Because, and like you say, the indoor bats are cheap, and that's one of the reasons that they're so useful. Is you can just keep changing the size, and it's
cheap and
40
light.
quid a go, aren't they, or something?
Yeah.
Warpat, but there are other ones available. Just because I'm not being paid by Warpat, so.
I am Kieran, so Warpat all the way.
Warpat all the way. Another chance they're created, and they hit the stumps again. You are funny. Jeno wants to look at it, but I'm going to back World Cup umpire Matt Chris Mosley.
It just slipped in there, didn't it, Matt Wheatcroft? Yeah, that's how good he is.
Yeah.
So this, it's not a great start.
No, they struggled with the new ball.
Stronger start here, but still time to go yet.
Is this Matt Murphy's lad?
It's Matt Murphy's lad, and he's put Charlie Murphy. This must be his Irish cousin.
Quality.
Charlie Murphy coming on to bowl. So Charlie, a bowler who definitely has some variations to him. He's got a cutter. He can swing the ball both ways. Yesterday we were working on a back of the hand ball with him, and a knuckle ball. So hits a good length to start with, but gets clipped away. That's a good shot. Well done, Luca. Good shot off the back. Just leant back a little bit and tickled it into the corner. What do you think about these little bags that all the Vipers players are carrying around? Have you seen this, Dave?
What, the
It's a good
food
shot.
bags?
Yeah, John has sorted them out a lunch.
He's
made them all a packed lunch.
And a sign with Go Vipers. And as the men's Vipers coach, I feel ashamed.
Brown bags.
Yeah. Sheedy,
Look,
don't get
people's
too
lunch-
excited about
people's
food.
dinners in.
There's a catch.
Why did I not know about this?
Well,
I'm always hungry.
yeah,
So
I'm
then-
embarrassed as the Vipers men's coach that I didn't do the same for the men's side.
You just didn't go to enough effort, did you? Just got to get quick
Subways are
notice here. You'll
expensive,
see
Dave.
what we want to see here from Luke is his body language is starting to get a bit negative. He's not batted brilliantly this time, but he's got to realise he's being dealt a very difficult challenge here, and it doesn't always go our way. But he's got an opportunity to get it back in 3 balls.
Good strike.
There's a great shot from
That's a good
Tom.
shot, that.
A 2 here, and if you can get a score of 10 first up, they'll be okay with that'll be okay.
Yeah, and I think this is where they learn to not sort of chase the game too early. If you have a bad skin, you have a bad skin, or a personal performance where you're in a negative. I think what we try and teach them, as you well know, Kieran, is just stay with it. Don't chase it. Players get guilty. Oh, I'll catch it up. No, back on it. 2-2, and just work your way back into the game for the team.
Yeah.
If your personal score's gone, it's gone for that game.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Play for the team.
And they've got some good batters to come as well.
The key's not to panic, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially when you're opening up. I know the onus is on you to sort of like set the tone, but to be honest, it's like you say, if you do lose a wicket or two, don't chase the game.
Yeah.
It's just about staying in the game.
I mean, 11's not terrible either.
No.
So
especially not first up.
yeah, arguably they're better bowlers bowling. I think that's what's key about indoor, and what I like about them. It sort of builds that toughness in terms of outdoor. You get out, you can go and sulk in the dressing room or do whatever it is you do, throw your bat, etc., etc. I'm not encouraging that, by the way. But in indoor, you haven't got that opportunity. You've got to get your head right, reset, and start again.
Yeah.
The team are relying on you
Definitely.
to do that.
So we've got Sam Regan and Harris Age as into bat. Leggy coming on, Hugo, and a dot to start with. I think There's a lot of good spinners at this age group. There's another one bowling on the other court right now. I'm really curious to see as to how people go play spin. If you play spin well, I think you're going to have a pretty good time here.
There are a lot of spin bowlers around.
Yeah.
Just from watching this game and maybe having a quick nosy at that game, there's a lot of spin bowling.
Yeah, you're right, Sheedy. There's definitely a lot of good spinners. So Hugo comes in again. It's a lovely flight. Not running the bat in Harris. Cardinal sin, outdoor and indoor. So Sam Regan here on strike. I've not seen too much of Sam recently. He played a tournament in December, but again, like having to deal with that
Took onto the face there.
turn and bounce is difficult. Just a bit of a pause here.
Shook it off, the lad has.
Really well designed balls, aren't they? By the way, for
Brilliant
impacts.
Yeah, it's the amount
Shout
of
out
impacts
Burley.
we've seen. Yeah, and I think it gives the juniors confidence that when they're playing the ball, that they know they can take a few blows with it and it's not going to do any lasting damage. You know, hopefully.
Agreed. So strong start here from Hugo. He's got chance, and on the rebound he's caught it. How many times?
That's
he
out.
that? 3 times. He's got really good rip, I think, through his action. Hugo just comes over the top nicely and really finishes it.
His arm is really high, isn't it? Comes over really high.
Must have a googly then. Because they talk about your spinners who come up here have got the
It's as to whether
googly.
he can get his wrist and fingers right over it or not.
Okay, I'm interested to see how Eamon goes here. Yesterday I was working with him at Derbyshire. We were challenging him to bowl different variations, and I sort of mentioned to him yesterday that playing at Birmingham with a new, harder ball, the variations might kick and bounce on a little bit. So interesting to see what he bowls here.
That was a nice line. That was a nice line.
And a chance and a run out. I'm not sure why they were running there. Was it third
Me
ball?
neither. Not really sure.
No, I think just a lack of composure there.
Yeah.
They've just got to reset
They're
here.
panicking.
Yeah.
They're panicking and worrying about the score again instead of just batting.
Yeah.
You know, they've still got another 2 overs to bat.
Yeah. I think the same is true of the Vipers. Just having a quick look at the score over there, there's a big
This could
difference in the
end up
score.
this could end up being a big minus.
Yeah. If you don't get your composure back
yeah,
now.
exactly. If
It's a nice shot, but a dot should be a dot.
it's well fielded.
Yeah, it's well fielded by Charlie.
Got good skills, hasn't he, Charlie?
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
skill level.
Yeah, it's actually something that my partner at Derbyshire was talking about yesterday, David, another Dave. It's definitely a skillful cricketer.
He's been playing hardball cricket for a while though, hasn't he?
Forever.
How old is he?
12 or 13.
Yeah, he's been
been
playing hardball cricket since he's been
I also
about
know
8
that
or
his
9,
dad
for
throws
as
at
far
his
as I'm
head
aware.
a lot. That's bowled off the
There you
legs.
go. These guys are panicking.
This is just something we'll go. And we as a coaching group will go and talk to the players after this, so they won't be left to their own devices. We'll go and have a word about the way that this went. It's not necessarily how every game is going to go. They just need to get a little bit more composed through the middle, build your score.
They've simply got to play for skins now. If that total is now looking insurmountable. So for me now, I'd be targeting the 25 skin with Tazim. But what's interesting, Kieran, about talking to the players, we kind of want independent thinking players as well. So can they work out from here? Right, we're in a tournament. There's 2 skins to go after this. Points on the board. What are we going to do from here?
Agreed. I think
You don't want to do too much for him, do you?
No.
That's why you say you got to try and promote that independent thinking.
especially for indoor, there isn't time to go and ask your coach what you think. It's not outdoor where you can go and speak
it's all
to your coach.
instinctive, isn't it? It's all instinctive.
It's a nice shot, but for naught.
And actually, we speak about this, and especially with the 21 girls, as we start our training, we're going to fail our way to success. That's the way we do it. We make mistakes, we learn from it. Because if you don't go through these situations, how are you ever going to?
I wrote an article the other day for a blog. Apologies, I forgot Inside Edge or something. But it was about Morgan, and about how kids don't really remember England being rubbish at one-day cricket at the minute. If you speak to any of these, they remember England as being like, oh, we smash it, we hit 400. I remember England struggling to get to 220, and then and failing. And actually, one of the things Morgan has done is since he came over, they have failed quite a lot. But you forget it because they've won a lot.
Yeah,
they've won a lot after that. Okay, so on comes Lawrence, another leg spinner. Not so much one who turns it a square as much as what Hugo would do. He's got a lot more control, I would say. But yeah, from that high, tall bounce position, he's another challenging bowler. Touch short and a nice shot.
That's a challenge we found with Lawrence.
Really
he seems to drop. Obviously, with every young leg spinner as well, they do drop the odd one short, but he probably just drops it a little bit shorter than most. But it's something he's working on. That's better length.
Yeah, it's good
His
bounce.
arm's fast, isn't it, as well? So
there's obviously that bit more risk, isn't there?
Yeah,
that he's going to drag
coming
it
through a bit quicker.
Yeah, Sinel bowling on the other court as well as an off spinner, so lots of spin going on here. Lots of spin. Wide ball bowled.
Whether you saw that one, I didn't see that one.
It looked on the line.
I thought it was close.
Yeah, on the line. I would say.
Watching it here, it looked close, but obviously
You're not questioning England's delegate to Australia, are you, Sheedy?
Would I ever question?
Strong pull.
I'll leave that as an open question.
A really, really quick one they need to learn. If you pull the ball square and it doesn't go down and up, at Birmingham especially, there is not a run.
The net's tight, yeah.
Anyway, mate.
Yeah.
Anyway, playing that shot, just hitting it directly into the net. So
not
a lot of fielders are either just going to pick the ball up and throw it back to the keeper, or the keeper's going to have it before you've even turned around.
Yeah.
And the other thing, of course, I hope a lot of the players go back home tonight and watch these games and just be honest and have a look at what you can do and work on and
run hard. And
that's the great thing about it.
Oh, Harry.
How's he calling that?
That's good. Yeah. It looked good to me.
Yeah. Okay.
He said in, so
he said in.
Works for me.
Yeah. A nice bit of fielding though. Definitely fair to say the Lions have been a bit more energetic in the field.
Yep, absolutely.
So far.
I think they've obviously had that little bit of confidence with the fact that they scored nearly 120 with the bat and they took early wickets. So breathes confidence, doesn't it?
Yeah. Just got to keep it going. Get back to 0 here, if they can.
Yeah, it's important because let's say, for example, this game was a lot tighter. I actually think the important skins are where you are in this sort of position and you can get it back into the plus, because that can have such a big impact on the game.
Cherries just took one leg side down and up. That was nice. We all get obsessed with that. Okay, so Sam into bowl. Oh, it swung. Swung a lot. I say as well, from what I've seen so far, the Lions have bowled with a bit better control.
Yeah.
Can't remember there
being
being
many
wides.
extras. They've definitely not bowled as many front foot no balls.
Yeah.
So that's probably something for the Hurricanes to sort of work on. The fact that you just try and keep that front foot behind the line a little bit more.
Yeah. Not only can you not take a wicket off a wider, you get them runs. So. Swing away again.
That's well bowled. It's a good line.
Yeah. 5 balls to come. The opportunity to have them re-bowled taken. And again. Called good inside the line. So 3rd ball here. So the scores must change. You don't necessarily have to run. If it's a wide, for those of you listening, or a no ball, there wouldn't be a requirement to run. I think that might have been a wide, but they've got through anyway. I think for 2, yeah. Nice shot from Sam. He's just let the ball come and got it down and up.
That's how to play a 3rd ball.
Yeah.
Play it like your first.
So Harris coming to face now. Ball is swinging back into him. It's a wide. It's a great take from Sam.
Good take, yeah.
Yeah, so he's accepted that as well. So
they're working it back to positive again, aren't they?
Yeah, and that's important.
I mean, don't get me wrong. They've been given a few, but they've not given anything away either.
And again.
And I think in any sort of skin, you'll always have a bowler where you can get back on top, or
usually
so you've got to back yourselves to be in that situation, haven't you?
Yeah.
It's nice from Sinel on the other court. Sam comes in again. Yeah, he's just falling to the offside. We can see from straight on the camera view that he's just fallen across the offside, and he's gone round the wicket, but it's still still doing that, and you're not going to be able to bowl.
They're trying to compensate for the change of angle. They don't want to push it too far outside off stump.
It's better.
That's much better.
Better chance.
He's giving it.
He's just pulled it up. Yeah, you can't be hitting the ball in the air at Murphy.
No matter how tempting it is.
Apart from Matt Murphy. You can get away with that. Actually been playing a lot of men's indoor as well, Charlie. Plays on a Sunday in the they have a club league in Derby that don't play in the week. Play in the week, it's sort of made up teams a little bit more. That's nicely played, I like that.
That's out as well.
Oh, what's happened there?
It is out.
Not,
it was out as short.
Not ran.
Just leaning on his back, mate.
Yeah.
These are really elementary mistakes. These are outdoor cricket and indoor cricket errors, aren't they? Not backing up and then not running hard is a shocker, because that was a nice
How many
shot.
runs have been gained and lost in this over?
Yeah.
Swings and roundabouts.
They're back to a positive and now
I'm
they're
right in
back to
saying
minus
that
7.
was nicely played. He got across to it, head was in line, he's played it late.
Nothing wrong with the shot.
Yeah,
Nothing wrong with the shot.
He was coasting when he was
out.
running.
Oh dear. Well, disappointing. And a wide.
It's interesting as well, talking about the running. In the 13s, I saw at least 4 or 5 dives. I haven't seen any. It's interesting, isn't
Yeah,
it?
where's that? No one's taught. I've not done diving with 13s, I've not done diving with 15s.
They were doing it this morning, and out of that sheer desperation to get in and the desire. And as we go through the age groups, it seems to dissipate. It's interesting.
Yeah, because we haven't done anything with that. Have you done anything with diving?
We did some before. Obviously, we went to New Zealand.
No, I mean with the current 13s and 15s. I
we
don't
spoke
think
about it. I think the thing for me,
I think they're just prepared to do
at
it.
6'3" when I went to South Africa, I was useless. But I found that in a match, when I was desperate to get in, I'd dive.
Yeah.
You know, especially sort of.
It's an interesting art.
Yeah.
I think it's really useful.
Yeah.
Like watching Aussies get in.
Well, if you watch Vinesh Bennett, the Penguin, he's just incredible. He's the master, isn't he? He's the Jedi master of diving at indoor.
Well, of indoor cricket, I imagine. He's not exactly a bad player around.
Yeah, okay. He's definitely
the Jedi master.
He's the Yoda of indoor cricket, isn't he?
Yeah. Does he speak in riddles as well?
Yeah. When he speaks.
Please don't do any impressions.
No. Mine have come out more like In-Betweeners.
More than likely.
Kids watching, please don't watch In-Betweeners until you're 16 or 18,
No, don't.
Whichever one it is.
Parents' permission.
Got Eddie Cocaine stood at the back just having a word with Murphy there, a little bit of banter. That's nice to see. Murphy comes on again, another skillful ball. He's going to bowl cutters, he's going to bowl a slow ball. But Tazeem tucks him away nicely.
So this would be interesting, Kieran. Yeah. That I think they've targeted this skin because I think these are two strong players.
I agree. I would imagine these two were going to go last.
Yeah.
And have now changed.
Oh, it's a lovely shot. Yeah. That's almost the outcome wasn't quite right, but the way he's hit that
good technique there.
Yeah. That's just going to go ding.
Lovely shot.
So Ali's got a big following. Beautiful shot again, down and up. Ali's got a big following on the YouTube. I hope they're all watching now, ready for him to score some runs. Let us
this
know
is an
how
exciting pair for me. Thinking
Cameron as well, yeah.
Thinking forwards, real strong players. So it'll just be interesting to see how they cope here.
That's another cutter, isn't it?
That's
beautifully played, though.
Lovely shot.
One thing
he got a swagger about him, mate.
Yeah. Class, absolute class.
But like I say, it's the first time I've seen some of these players, and he's got a swagger.
That's another slower ball, isn't it?
If only he could bowl, eh?
Yeah. Charlie really mixing up his deliveries here.
That's interesting. He's going to need to against these two as well.
Yeah.
Keep them guessing. Good players. Keep them guessing. A few variations.
Yeah. What's he bowling this time? That looks like a seam-up delivery.
It's out and out.
Another bad call with the running. It's gone straight to the keeper and they've ran. Unfortunately. Really interesting to see how they build from here. And who bowls as well. Will they pick?
Got to get your bowling right.
Zach's the captain, I think, so Zach will be picking who bowls. That's
Zach
a
would have seen
lightning
Tazim, but he wouldn't have seen much of Cameron, would he? I don't think. Zach.
No, not a lot, no. Lawrence gone with another spinner. Well, he's got a lot of options, to be fair, so.
Yeah.
It's not like poor Anish, is it, with the men's team? Sorry, it's a joke. What do they say? You're only as good as your bowlers as a captain, is that right? I'm sure I've heard that before. Pontin said that or something.
Sounds like an excuse to me.
Yeah. Well, indoors about creating matchups, isn't it? There you go.
Great start.
Beautifully bowled. Beautifully bowled.
Again, it's interesting how they play spin.
I think he's committed early.
Yeah.
To be honest.
When most of us would play spin off the back foot and the kids just go forward at everything, it's a really interesting comparison. Yeah.
So again, a spinner gets a wicket. It's interesting.
So much for my batting will be the winner of the day. It looks like spinner's going to be the winner of the day.
Yeah, it
isn't
looks like it.
What do I know? I bowled again.
That's better.
Just played a chance.
Sat back a little bit more then.
Yeah.
I like Harry's calmness at the back as well. He's quite athletic, obviously, Harry fielding at the back, but he was very calm. He just had the ball wanged at him from Zach, and he, no problems, just picked it up, get on with it. Well bowled again. That time they did use the back foot, Tazim, so much more comfortable.
I think that's the way to play it. You just got to sit back and wait for it.
Yeah.
So the game's finished on the other court. 115 for the Vipers and only
That's a great
28 for the Warriors. Sheedy, you got a bit of work to do over there.
Looks like it.
He'll turn them into match winners next game. You watch. That's how
They've got some
confident I
very
am
good players.
in Sheedy's coaching.
Sorry, it's the other way around.
No,
Warriors
no
won, didn't they?
pressure.
The Vipers have got. Finley Moore's got some work to do with the Vipers.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Sorry, I've got it the wrong way around.
You're
We just missed the
maybe
catch.
I'm not required then. Maybe I'm
We've
not required,
we've just missed a catch, by the way, as well. Sorry, guys. I think Tazim just was caught.
Not going to plan, is it at all?
No. Shock, the court is free, so the under-13s are on. Jake Green said to me earlier, when the game finishes, can we get the balls and go and play cricket outside? I said no. Well bowled again. Very impressed with the spinners here. Up the Lawrence. That's what Sheedy. Up the Lawrence.
Absolutely, he's bowled really well in that over.
Fantastic.
He's had a pretty decent game, to be fair to Lawrence.
Yeah.
He batted all right as well.
Yeah. And the challenge is not going to get any easier here. Hugo coming on. Another leg spinner.
How many leg spinners are there?
I know, honestly.
I'll look up, there's another leg spinner.
So one of the reasons that I'm really excited about this age group is
it's nice to see. Boy,
spin is really useful for junior cricket. And we have lots of them. So it's an option.
I'd say there's minimum 3 playing in this game.
Yeah.
And
you've got one batting.
Tidy as well.
You've got Lawrence, and then you've got Hugo. So, there's loads of spin.
We see that his ball's a bit full. It's a nice shot from Cameron. Lawrence just walking past now. Another spinner. Sinel, another spinner. Honestly, there's loads. I was going through.
I want to see some wheels.
Well, we had. Have Harry, Sai. Zach's he's not slow, is he? Ollie Kellogg, Sam Seacham when he plays, quick.
Yeah, Sam, yeah.
Sam's class.
Yeah, Sam's class.
Sam is pure class.
The interesting thing is, down and up, but no call. Have you heard a call once in this game, actually? Think about it.
They're two very quiet players, I think.
Yeah.
I think they give each other the eye as opposed to the calls.
Interesting.
And rely on their skills, but I'd like to hear nice loud calls, as you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Quite a long way behind the first court, aren't we? In terms of game.
Yeah.
Roy really flying through his games.
He's corrected the score now, so the panic's over.
Oh, wide ball there, so it's just turned a bit too much. Yeah, I'm happy with that.
So they've just got to take this into the last over and see if they can get close to this skin. That's well bowled. Yeah,
really, really impressive performance so far from the Lions.
It's looking a tough ask at the moment.
Yeah. I think a lot of it's going to depend
Lions
on
are
if there's
bowling
any
very well.
re-bowls in the last over.
Yeah,
that could come into it maybe.
Like there was in the last skin.
He's missed out there.
Yeah, he's got a wide for it, but Cherry walks past. 5 Hugo's gone for there.
Miserly.
Be interesting choice here. Do they attack this skin knowing that the next skin is a 31 as well? So attack this over.
Yeah. Well, they've gone with Eamon. Cutters, and again, hopefully a bit of accuracy.
He's got a good top on as well, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has, yeah. The better brown.
Yeah, absolutely, the better brown.
Alfie Kelly here. Come on, Lions. He must be on his way, Alfie. Or is he playing today? I'm sure he's playing today at some point, Alfie. One of the players missing from the Lions team today. Again, I think that's another cutter, is it? I'm sure he's rolled his fingers down that one as well.
Nice shot. They've just got to stay in this now. You never know what can happen here. 5 balls to go.
They're so quiet, aren't they? On top, and they're so quiet. It's a good length. Well fielded. Good cricket, I felt.
Not far off being a good shot as well there. Again by Cameron.
Arguably, if Charlie had walked in a little bit more, it would have been over him, wouldn't it?
Absolutely.
He's got away with not walking in there. But then there, it makes it a bit slower. It took a bit longer to get to the ball, didn't
it? Feels actually doing what line fielders should do.
Yeah. He'd have got to that one quicker, wouldn't he?
Obviously, I've noticed this with both teams actually on the line. They don't seem to
walk in.
They
Great
don't
shot.
go into
Lovely
that front
shot.
court at all.
I agreed. Good stuff, Alfie. We'll see you at 3. He's on his way. He's watching in the car on the way. I love that.
Is he?
Did Derbyshire training go well this morning? Let me know.
Lad.
Nice shot again from Taz. And he gets through comfortably. This is what I expected to see from Cameron and Ali a little bit more.
Yeah, it's kind of took him a few overs to get into the game.
Well, I suppose a lot of them won't have played that recently as well. There's a couple of weeks since they played, and
I think we'll see big improvements by the time the next game comes around.
Another great shot. That is
Cameron's hit a few of those. Really impressive.
I don't think he knows how good that shot is, if I'm honest. I'm not sure he's aware quite how good that was. Eamon's only gone for 4 though. 2 wickets taken. You can't be upset with that. So last pair coming in. Derbyshire pair from both at Repton as well.
Yeah, this will be interesting. Both strong players, both very strong batters as well outdoor. And it went well, Alfie. Well done. And he's excited for today. Yeah. That's good. Looking forward to seeing.
I hope that's a typo as opposed to he thinks that's how it's spelled. It's got a C, hasn't it? EXC.
Oh well, he's not at school now.
We'll let him off.
Yeah. But these two strong pair, and I'd expect them to get this 31. I'm going for them.
You're going for it?
Yeah. And anything from you guys? What do you think?
I think Yusuf could be very powerful here, and Ollie I think will be very solid at getting the 2s. And I think you're right. They could build a big score.
I only know Ollie, so I think he'll just try the 2s.
There we go.
There we go.
Bit of power straight through Eamon's legs.
Could possibly have stopped it, possibly, but it was a good shot.
Yeah, I think when he's played a few more games at indoor, he'll be a bit more ready for that. Interesting decision as well. So Zach, good decision. Obviously, a few extras in the first over.
Yeah.
So he's decided to bring Sam into this over, where they obviously won't be re-bowled. Eamon there just showing the outdoor fielding. He spun all the way around to throw it when. And again, more power from Yusuf. I'm sure he's using the same bat as when I first saw him.
Yeah, possibly is. Yusuf, his dad, obviously a very good player as well.
Yeah, 9. So in Ollie facing.
Shot.
There we go. That's Mr. Flindle right there. Ollie is the player who plays in the Aerowash League. He scores the most runs every year, and when it's wet and horrible to bat, he gets his 25 and he retires. It just takes a bit longer. When it's nice, he gets his 25 and retires. He always gets his runs. And there we go. Yusuf again with his power.
Clean strike of the ball from what I can see.
They're just showing what a little bit more power can do as well at this age group. The fielders just don't seem to be able to deal with power so well. And
and I think they've just gone quiet and switched off a little bit. So I think this is an opportunity for them to nail this skin and get some points on the board for the tournament. That's important.
I agree.
I felt the previous pair could have done that as well, so they could have come out of this game with 2 points if they'd have just batted a little bit better, but it is what it is.
So it looks like it's going to be Harry Moore to bowl. A good challenge here. EPP players at Derby, all three. Harry, Yusuf and Ollie. It'd be interesting to know if Darren Smith's watching. Wonder if he's played any indoor. South African, isn't he?
Most South Africans have, haven't they?
I imagine it would.
I assume.
I bet he's seen it at least.
I imagine so.
I'll ask him
Even
next
if it's
meeting we
just
go
a little
to.
bit of junior level.
Yeah. Harry comes in. Nice strong action, nice and full. Tucked away from Ollie. Very nicely. Beats the fielder to the 2-net. Very nicely. And a no ball. So,
Above way start.
yeah, jumps the score up. Not bowled one of them for a while, have they? This looks like it's going to be a cutter.
Oh my word! What a strike!
Bang. 7. Yusuf's not messing around.
I don't quite think the bowlers have worked out how to bowl to this kid yet.
No.
And obviously he's just planting his foot and whacking. So if they thought of, if they had anybody that could genuinely think about where they're going to bowl or how they're going to bowl at him, I'd probably bowl around the wicket
Into his ankles.
and bowl either into his ankles or get it up into the ribs. Not that I can get it up into the ribs. I don't get it above knee height these days, but. You know, if somebody that can bowl that, you get it up there.
Yeah, this pair doing exactly what I expected, to be honest. Ollie's getting the ball into the 2-net. Yusuf's punishing any length that he gets a chance to hit. And a great catch.
Just that little bit shorter. Yeah, he's whacked it, but, you know, got a wicket out of it. Good catch.
He's very aggressive outdoor, Yusuf, once he gets in. So he's kind of doing the same thing. And I know we've spoke recently, Kieran, about matching up pairs, batters. So there's a school of thought about having your steady player and your hitter, and it does work, doesn't it? If you get it right. We've seen Alex Nell do it, and other players that can be behind in a skin, and all
Reeve
of a
and Aaron.
sudden,
Battered a lot together, haven't they?
Yeah, absolutely. And so it does work.
Yep. So in comes Sai. Front foot no ball, very solidly played by Ollie. He's not worried about a dot, is he, Ollie?
No,
and that's not a
just doesn't want to get
criticism
out. That's
anyway.
what I like about him.
Yeah. He just absorbs pressure. Oh, what's happened there? Leading edge. That's unfortunate, that, Ollie.
Probably just falling over as he was about to hit it, wasn't he? Were you about to say that, Dave?
Yeah. I think this skin's they've got to get their act together now and make sure they win this skin. So it'll be interesting to see how they go from here.
I'd be surprised if this isn't short. There we go.
It is, but it's counted it by coming down the
Chance
wicket.
there, and they've hit.
Run out as well.
What we said very early on in this innings, that the Lions have hit when the Hurricanes missed, which tells.
So what do we think now, guys? With the skin,
They've got another 9 balls left.
Yeah.
Judging from how these two bat, I think it could still be on.
you backing them?
It could still be on. They just got to regain the focus again.
Here's one for you guys, and I know you're probably going to disagree with me. I think that should be a no ball, and then in the extras bit should be a wide as well. You know, because you can score no ball too, can't you? So it's a no ball, and he denied me an opportunity.
Lovely shot.
Yeah, denied me an opportunity to get a 2.
hit the ball.
So I think you should get the wide as well. You denied me the opportunity. Oh, we know why it's called skins.
Oh yes,
Just got to get this in.
So I did some research. That's a lie, I didn't. Kieran, do you want to explain? Because this is your thing.
Right, I asked.
Just while there's a break in the
Nobody could tell me until the oracle of indoor cricket, Nikki
Patel.
Yeah, explained it's taken from golf. Right, so it's directly taken from golf. In golf, you play for skins.
True story.
Right, and that comes from back in the day, where you would Alfie Kelly, Zach Healy's Barmy Army, where they would carry around a pocket, like a purse of money, that were called skins because they were made of skin, animal skin. So that's why.
It's fascinating.
Comes from golf, and I know everyone is completely
a piece of useless information. I'm only joking.
Well, I don't know what we're going to talk about now, because that's all we've been talking about in the last weeks and weeks of the men's and 17s.
Problem solving.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Yeah.
Not good.
And it took Nikki Patel to sort it out for us.
The oracle of indoor cricket. If there's something about indoor cricket she doesn't know, it's not worth knowing.
No, absolutely.
Big shot from Ollie.
Shot Ollie.
Yeah, that's nice. What he's done well there is he's kept that away from the back net fielder, so there's no chance of the run out after. Really nice.
Skin's on now.
Yeah.
Skin's back on.
What's Yusuf going to do here though? Risky and go for the back?
I think he's
I'm
going
to think he did too.
I would hit a 2. I mean, he's mullered it and got away with it.
From the way he plays, from just by watching him in this game, he's not just going to settle for a 2.
No.
So we've got a challenge ahead in terms of getting him playing front court, do you think, Kieran?
A little bit, yeah, I think so.
Quality player.
That's an interesting shot from Ollie there, because they're ahead.
Yeah.
And yet he's gave a chance.
I think he was possibly trying to get a bit more than a score in front, just in case Yusuf decided he was going to bang it and get out.
I would have just took 2 dots.
Well, they're all right now.
Oh, kids will definitely take it.
Yeah, they just want to bat, don't
Adults would be like, game's gone, Skin's won, there's nothing to play for.
I want to face as many balls as I possibly can.
Yeah.
Ollie's having a word with him there, look, saying, "What, have you taken it?"
Yeah. Ollie's not running here. So he smashed it.
Shot. And he's in.
And then got in. So Yusuf and Ollie there have done exactly what I thought would happen. They've put back to ball quite nicely. But overall, too strong from the Lions with the bat. And then the spinners, I felt, took over.
Absolutely agree. Summed up perfectly there, Kieran.
Thank you. Okay, so we're going to have a little break now. Thank you to you guys. We obviously are coming back for the next game at 1 o'clock between what looks like the Hurricanes and the Warriors at under 13s. Thank you very much for joining us. Hope you enjoyed it. Cheers, Sheely. Cheers, Dave. And we'll see you soon. Thank you.
I'll be back.